Have you done the BluBlocker test yet? Because I was amazed. Hey everyone, I'm Dave with Beast Made Reviews, of course a channel dedicated to reviewing quality at different price points. Now I remember when I was younger that my dad had these very specific sunglasses that he wore anytime he was in the car driving. They were so specific that I really always just identified those glasses with him, and those were these. BluBlocker. Now, the original BluBlocker came out in 1986, and I believe the announcement of the release was first announced in a magazine article. When I was younger, growing up in the 90s, I remember seeing these commercials about BluBlocker, and they'd have people on the beach wearing these sunglasses and describing what they saw when they first tried them on. And so for the longest time, I always saw these sunglasses as kind of a boomer brand, as it were, when I was younger, a brand I always associated with maybe my dad's generation. So in a way, I kind of wrote them off for a long time. But as I grow older and having kids of my own, I'm consciously thinking about what they will think about things that I have or things that I do. Maybe I mischaracterized it. Recently, BluBlocker reached out to me and asked me if I would review these. And going through all this process, I said yes, I would love to go through these again and kind of reevaluate the brand with fresh eyes. Pardon the pun. They sent me 3 pairs. They sent me the original one that they came out in 1986. They sent me a navy blue one, and they sent me a tortoise shell one. I'm going to go over all of them and give you my pros and cons. But before we do that, if you want the ultimate clarity, subscribe down below. I think you will love the channel if you like anything about everyday carry or fashion, sunglasses, that type of thing. Definitely check out the channel. I think you'll really like it here. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the review of these sunglasses, starting with the originals. Now, as I mentioned, BluBlockers started in 1986 when the first original Aviators pair was released in a magazine ad. And that is true, but the history of BluBlockers goes back a little further to the NASA space program. Later on, BluBlocker bought the patent from the original company and then released their line of sunglasses. And what they claim with their sunglasses is that things are sharper, they're clearer, your eyes are more relaxed, you don't need to squint, the scene is brighter, all by just eliminating blue light. Now, these are just a few of the frames that BluBlocker offers. They have a ton of different colors and different shapes. They have some for men and some for women. If you like the idea of these sunglasses, but maybe you want a different color or different shape, definitely check out their website. Now, the first one we're going to start with, of course, is the 1986 release. The frames are all black metal, and the lenses, of course, are their BluBlocker lenses in a gradient lens. These are the ones that my dad had when I was younger, and so I am very familiar with this pair. They block 100% of UV light, of course, and 100% of blue light. And I did a YouTube short documenting my first experience wearing BluBlockers for the first time. When my dad had the sunglasses, I never actually put them on, or at least I don't remember putting them on. The commercials made almost wild, outlandish claims, all the BluBlockers promoted about things being clearer, and the participants having what they call the BluBlocker smile, experiencing this sensation of looking through the sunglasses and just smiling. I was very familiar with the commercials, very familiar with BluBlockers, but when I put them on, honest to God, I had the exact same experience. Everything did seem brighter just by putting them on. Everything was clearer. Now, of course, the first thing you notice is everything is orange. The sky almost turns white, and everything around you suddenly is brighter. Everything is clearer. For a couple of days, I tried these out while driving, and I was actually pleasantly surprised by how different the experience was wearing these while driving versus wearing a normal pair of sunglasses, even a really high-end pair. And these BluBlockers excelled in that. Of course, these are an Aviator design, which I really like, especially when you want the most amount of sunlight filtered out. The lens width on this is 64 millimeters, and the frame width is 136 millimeters. Of course, this has a gradient lens, which will be different than the other 2 pairs, which I'll mention in a minute. I don't see any mention of any kind of coatings of any kind, and I don't believe this is polarized at all, though they do have polarized options. The nose pads seemed pretty grippy, and they are adjustable. The quality and the fit and finish seemed very good, and wearing these are very comfortable. They're very light, and of course, as I mentioned, the viewing experience is exceptional. It also comes with a cloth carrying case, which I believe can be used as a lens cloth as well. It seems to be kind of made of that same material, which I think is a nice touch. Overall, these are a fantastic pair of sunglasses. Everything is on point for quality. I think they're very comfortable. The viewing experience is fantastic, and they're only $73, which for this price I think is great. These are a great pair of sunglasses, and the viewing experience is what you're looking for here, and it's fantastic. Definitely check out the 1986 Aviators from BluBlocker. All right, next we're going to go for the Demi Tortoise pair. Now, I've mentioned before, I love tortoiseshell. I love the look of tortoiseshell. If I could get everything in tortoiseshell, I would. I just love the way it looks. Honestly, I think this is not one of the best tortoiseshells I have seen. Of course, there's always going to be minor differences in the way that tortoiseshell appears. It's just a varied material, but the ones that I got, I think could have been better. Now, wearing these seem very big to me. They seem much bigger on my face than the 1986 Aviators. It's only a small difference as far as measurements, but on my face, that's a big difference. One thing that I will say though is that because they are larger, it filters out a lot more of the sunlight. Your entire field of view is all in the sunglasses, and I like that a lot, especially when you're driving or you need that light blocked out. Now, this particular model was actually made famous by Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover in 2009. These are the exact same sunglasses that he wore in the film. The frames of these are made of nylon, and it is a very nice nylon. The fit and finish is fantastic, and one thing that I'm always looking for with nylon frames like this is the polish. It takes more time to polish it out very smooth, and these are exceptionally smooth. They look fantastic. They look flawless. These also come in a polarized model. The ones that I have are the non-polarized model. Wearing them and the viewing experience very similar to the original 1986 Aviators, but I think really they're better. Having that larger field of view is a big difference. Now, the style of this might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I do like them. It's very modern and urban. I think they're pretty cool, and they are great on the eyes. Definitely check out the Demi Tortoise model. All right, and last but not least, we're going to go over the navy pair. And these are fantastic as well. These are actually the model that I wore in my YouTube Shorts video. I love navy blue in general, so anytime I can get something in navy blue, I usually snag it. Now, these have the exact same dimensions as the Demi Tortoise model. They're made with the same material, but this one is just a translucent blue color. Same great fit and finish, very polished, very smooth, no squeaks or wiggles. Really like it a lot. And of course, the same fit on my head. It goes all the way around. You get almost, it seems like, 100% of your field of view covered, and I like that. The blue on this is pretty dark whenever you're wearing it. Maybe your mileage may vary. Of course, I have dark hair to begin with, so whenever I put them on, they immediately look almost black. But when the light catches them, they have a nice kind of indigo blue color. Really like that. This model is not in polarized, though they do offer it in polarized. And for these nylon models, these are $48 each. And I think that is a fantastic deal for what you're getting here. Under the $50 mark, I think is very competitive for sunglasses. I really like the lenses here. The style is pretty cool if you're into that style, but it's a great viewing experience. And for that money, I think it's a great deal. I really love these lenses a lot. I was really surprised by these, and I can definitely say I do not think these are boomer sunglasses anymore. I remember watching the commercials when I was younger thinking, those are all just paid actors. There's no way that's a real experience. But when I tried them on, I ate my words. These are great. BluBlockers are definitely worth the hype. I can highly recommend them. Definitely check them out. I'll have links down below to them. So that's all I have. What do you think? I'd love to know your thoughts. I was really impressed by this. On my channel, I usually kind of shy away from talking about minimalism, having the least amount of gear. I understand that for some people, but for me, I find importance in having these type of material things sometimes, especially with this, reminding me of my dad and passing down the memories that I had. Now, BluBlocker, they're just a sunglasses brand, but sometimes there's just something special about certain products that just kind of ignite something different in you, and that's the case with me with these BluBlockers. Regardless, even if you don't have that same history, this is a great brand, and they make great sunglasses. Definitely check them out. I think that you'll really like them. Fantastic, clear, great sunglasses. That's all I have. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. Love you for it. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave with Beast Made Reviews.